Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. Welcome, welcome. Today is Wednesday, so it's my weekly Wednesday. For those of you who have never followed my videos before, every Wednesday I come to you with a video with either a new stamp set, a bundle, all kinds of stuff, and I usually make 2 projects with it. And yesterday, this new mini catalog went live for everyone. I'm so excited about it. So we are going to do something totally new out of this catalog. And right now, this catalog will run through December 31st. And currently, we have Stampin' Up's second celebration. I say second celebration because this is the very first time Stampin' Up has ever done a second celebration. I'm super excited about it. They used to do it just once a year, and they did it for 3 months. And they would have the first release, and then they'd have a second release. Now they're not doing that. They're just doing it twice a year for 2 months at a time. So it'll be January and February, and then it'll be July and August. However, yes, I did say July and August. This year, due to a lot of things that happened with COVID and all the shipping delays, they pushed it back to August through September. So super excited about this. This is going to be very exciting. There's lots of cool stuff in here. If you do not have a current Stampin' Up demonstrator and you do not have one of these catalogs, I would be more than happy to get one out to you. You can reach me right at amandasinspirationstation.com. You can contact me right through there. Okay. So today we are going to make some cool treats. Yes. Did you see how I said that? So total dad joke. My dad was never like one of those dads that did dad jokes, but my husband is totally one who does dad jokes all the time. So it kind of wears off on me. So with that said, we are going to work with this new bundle called Arctic Bears, and it is found on page, you'd think I would have had this marked for us, but no, why would I be that prepared? That just seems silly. Okay, let's see here. Don't have this catalog quite memorized. Here we go. All right, so it's on page 39 of this new mini catalog, and it's called Arctic Bears, and it comes with a stamp set and dies, so it is a bundle. I just love this. I think this is so cute. I love polar bears, so I was excited that, this came out. So we are going to do some cool things with this today, again, with my cool we're going to do 2 treats today. We are not doing cards today. We are going to do 2 treats, and I can't wait to share them with you. So first of all, we have this little box here, and it's just, both of them are like little thank you boxes. And inside we have some polar ice. Okay. I'll stop. No, I'm not going to stop. I got one more to share. Okay, so this one is just a little 2-pack that holds gum. And we're just going to go ahead and do that. And then this box here, which is absolutely adorable. I love this box. In this box, we have some Ice Breakers mints. I think this is so cute. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do these cute, fun things. So let's go ahead and let's get started with... Let's go ahead and get started with the box. Let's do the big box first. So you are going to need a piece of cardstock. Now I used black, basic black, because that's what I chose my box to be. Oh, and another thing, do you notice this ribbon? Oh my gosh, you guys, it's black and white gingham ribbon. Love. This is also in the new catalog. It's not on the same page. It's back a little further with the Halloween stuff, which... I'm just going to say this. This is a complete side note to this video, but I am going to say this. And you are going to probably hear me say this quite a few times now until like Halloween. This year, Stampin' Up nailed it with all their Halloween stuff. I absolutely love all the Halloween stuff. So adorable. So if you have not gotten this catalog yet, you need to get a copy of it. It's just fabulous. All right, so we're going to use that new ribbon. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock that measures 5 1/4 by 9. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to score it. But before we do that, then I have a piece of basic white. This is just a scrap piece of paper because we're just going to, we need it to do the bear. And then we are using a couple different dies today. So for this box, we are going to use the Ornate Frames dies because I want this die right here for this particular shape here to do the thank you. So we're gonna use that. Excuse me. And then we have a piece of Bermuda Bay. This piece measures 3 by 3, and we're actually going to run it through these new embossing folders that are new to the annual catalog. And this embossing folder is called Dottie Hearts, and we're going to use the big one with the like stitched hearts. I just wanted a pattern on the background, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so before we run this through, I'm going to just set this in here because it doesn't matter. We're gonna run that through our machine. But let's go ahead and stamp 2, and then we'll run that through the machine, get that all taken care of, and then we'll come back and we'll score our box and put our box together. So before we do that, we need to get out, and of course, I totally forgot to get out the bear here. So let's get out the bear. I didn't really think to put this on. So let's get out our bear. We're going to need this little bear too. So let's get him out. Let's just get all this out. Clearly I thought I was prepared, but clearly I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. So let's get the little bear because we're going to need him for this guy, and we're going to need the thank you for both. So we got that. And really that's all we need right now. Are those two things. We do need the Memento ink pad because we're going to use Memento, and we're also going to use our Bermuda Bay ink pad. All right, so let's go ahead and let's stamp this. Oh, and you will need your Wink of Stella too, because we're going to give our bear a little glycering. I mean, he's from the Arctic. He needs to glisten, I think. All right, so we're going to do that. And another thing, excuse me, I feel like I've got like something like stuck in my throat today. The other thing I was going to say that we need, there is one more thing we need, and why can I not remember it? You know what, it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. So I'm taking a little piece of washi tape right here, and I am going to just kind of make sure that I'm over this, and I'm going to put it right there so that when I run this through my cut and emboss machine, it doesn't slide on me. I don't want to stamp my image and then all of a sudden have it slide all over on me, because then I would just have to redo that, and we don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and cut our dies out first, and then we'll run this through the embossing machine. So let's just go ahead and get that. And this embossing folder that we're going to run through is not a 3D embossing folder, so it's not as thick. So the only thing that you need to take out, ooh, there we go. All right, so now we have our little bear and we have our piece. So we'll set that aside, and then that I can get rid of. We are going to have to take out plate number 2. We don't need plate number 2. We're going to set this through, because we are only doing, and if you ever have a question, it shows right on here on plate 1. You're always going to use plate 1. So it will always tell you what you need. Like you'll need plate 1 and 4 if it's a thick embossing folder, which is our 3D embossing folders. If it's not, which this one is not, you only need plates 1 and 3, which 2 clear plates are 3. So you still need to sandwich it, but you're just going to run it through like that. See how smooth that goes through? All right. So let's go ahead, put our plate 2 back for our dies for next time. Otherwise, I'll run it through and I'll be like, what? Why did that not cut? All right. So let's go ahead. There we go. Isn't that cute? I like it. I like it, like it, like it. All right. So let's get our bear and let's glitter him up. I feel he needs to be glittered up. I love Wink of Stella. This is one of those products I will cry if Stampin' Up ever gets rid of. I will cry. And it won't be the first time I've cried over a product. Like, there are some products that I have cried about. Like, I really had a hard time when they let go of the layering ovals. And just the basic shapes and the stitch shapes. Yep, I had a hard time with that one. It was so sad. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll just glitter him up. And then we'll just kind of set him aside over here. And since we're stamping and doing that, let's go ahead and stamp our thank you as well in our Bermuda Bay. All right, there we go. When I'm doing this box coming up here, I am going to tell you that if you're new to me, every Wednesday when I do post a video, if you go to amandasinspirationstation.com, I do post a project sheet, and it's a free printable project sheet. This project sheet is strictly for the 2 projects that we make during our weekly Wednesday videos. It'll have the supply list, it'll have the measurements, and it'll have pictures of the projects. So you can hop over there and go ahead and print them out. They're completely free. All right, so we're gonna score on the short side first, and we're gonna score it at 1 and 4 1/4. So let's go all the way down to 1 and 4 1/4. Oh, you guys, I jumped the track. I went too fast. Did you see that? But I have a trick to show you what you can do with that. So what you're going to do is you're just going to flip it over, and you're going to take your score tool and you're just going to kind of rub it in backwards. And that way it helps take away that line. There we go. Because that's what happens when I go too fast. Okay, so now we're going to score on the landscape side, and we're going to score at 1, 4 1/4, 5 1/4, and 8 1/2. Again, these measurements will be on the project sheet. See, now I'm scared I'm going to jump the track. So 1, 4 1/4, 5 1/4, and 8 1/2. Oh, you guys, what is wrong with me? I'm jumping the track left and right today. All right, let's fix that. See, look what I did. Some days I'm just better than other days, I guess. There we go. All right, gone. Voila. All right, so now what we're going to do is we have the smaller side up here. This is going to be our tab. So this is like our tab to our box up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out our scissors, and we are going to, first of all, cut that, and we're going to do like little darts. Darts are very important because they help the box to close a little easier. Okay, so let's get out our little darts here. And this first little guy right here, we do not need this at all. We're going to completely cut that off. See how we're going to cut that off? Same with this side, because this is the top of our box, and this is the tab that goes down. But I do want to angle it, so I'm going to give it a little angle. That also helps it to go down. So now we're going to turn, and we're going to do the same thing on this side that we did on the last side. We're going to go on the score line, and then a little bit like this to get the dart. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing here. All right. Now, I do have a picture of this on the project sheet because I want to set this down for you guys. I want to show you. So this is our top of our box right here. So technically we can go ahead and we can put this on here because that way it helps us too when we're putting our box together to know that, you know what, this is the top of the box. Because this is our top tab. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this right here. That's the top of our box. Now, with these 2 flaps, they are going to be, if I left them full like that, it would not tuck very well in the box. So you see how I have that? So what we're going to do, and I have a picture showing it, we're going to cut these 2 here in half. So we're just going to cut it down in half. We just want them to be shorter. We really want it to be kind of about the same size as the tab that's up on the top here, okay? Now, I am also going to angle this. So I'm going to angle like this. I'm going to angle like that. Again, this is just helping you close the box easier. All right. So there it is. There's our box right now. Now you can use tear and tape if you want to. I generally prefer the multi-purpose glue when I'm doing boxes. And the reason why I do is because it gives me a little bit of time, a couple of seconds for some wiggle room if I don't get it straight. Again, right now I'm using my bone folder to varnish in these score lines because you definitely want to do that. So if you're doing this, go ahead and get out either your multi-glue or your tear and tape. I do love tear and tape, but not when I'm putting together like boxes like this. Okay, so here is this side. So now we're gonna flip it over because basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this in and bring these sides up. And we're gonna bring this in and bring these sides up. So that basically we just created our box. So we need on these 4 tabs, we need some adhesive. So I'm just gonna do a little circle there, fold them down, a little circle there, and a little circle there, okay? I'm going to bring this up, and I'm just gonna give it a little pinch. Same with this one. I'm going to bring it on both sides, just like that, and I'm just gonna hold my hands here and just give them a little pinch. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing for this side. So we're going to bring it up. I'm going to hold it in place and give it a little pinch. And same with this side. We're just going to give it a little pinch. The nice thing about this multi-purpose glue too is that it does its job like pretty immediately. So you don't have to worry about that. All right, so here's our tabs. We're going to bring this down and there's our box. Voila. Cute. That wasn't hard, was it? Okay, so now here's the thing that we're going to do that I should have done before I put this down because I totally realized that I forgot. Good thing. So I had taken this ribbon and I had wrapped it around the Bermuda baby ahead of time so that it's on the top of the box, but when you open it, it doesn't prevent you from unopening it. So glad we're doing this on video. I honestly made a mistake, and that's okay because we want to make sure that the ribbon goes around here underneath this piece. So maybe before you adhere this on, put the ribbon down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to like kind of tuck this under like this because I want to make sure that I have enough ribbon to create a tall bow. So basically, let's get that out of the way. All right. Let's actually put our little icebreaker box in there. And let's tuck this down now. All right, so normally we would have done this beforehand, but I kind of messed up. So let's make sure that I have adhesive still on the back of this, which it looks like I do. So I'm just gonna kind of press it down. Looks like it didn't matter. Okay, so let's put the lid box down. There we go. All right, so now let's go ahead. Oops, I keep pulling it up when I go to make my bow. All right, so let's make our bow. All right, so we're gonna do that. And then we're just gonna do our little loops. All right, there we go. All right, now let's pull this back up because there we go. All right, so there's that part. Okay, now we just have to put this on. And we're gonna put this on with dimensionals because I like it popped up a little bit. So we're gonna put dimensionals there. All right. And don't be shy with your dimensionals. I love dimensionals. Can you tell? All right, so we're gonna put this at the top here. Okay, I keep pushing this box in. I'm pressing too hard on it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my bear. All right, here, because I need to press hard for that. All right, now we can go ahead and put that on. There we go. There's our boxes. So cute. I love it. I do. I love, love, love it. All right, let's go ahead and do our little gum box. All right, so what we need for this, we need a few different pieces this time. We are going to use ribbon, but we're not going to use this gingham ribbon. I originally was going to, but then I thought, well, we're using the gingham paper, and the gingham ribbon and the gingham paper just seemed like a little much. I mean, I'm all for gingham, but I did feel it was just a little much. So we are going to trade it out, and we're going to use the glitter black ribbon, which I love this ribbon too. And this is in the annual catalog, but in the new mini, we have this exact ribbon only in white. So you can have white and black. It's so awesome. Okay. So with this, we're going to need a few different pieces here. We're going to need a scrap piece of basic white to stamp your thank you and your little bear. So there's that. Okay. Then you're going to need this little tiny heart. Now, for the sake of the video, I have already die cutted out this heart. This heart is found in Give It a Whirl dies, and it is the smallest one. However, if you do not have this particular die, maybe you have, I think it was Be Stitched, Be Mine Stitched or something dies. They retired with the last catalog. They had a lot of different stitched hearts. Maybe you have a little heart punch. Whatever you have is what I would recommend using. So you're just going to need that. I did do some scallop and irregular circles, and that came out of the layering dies. And the scallop is using the 5th from the largest. So that's the one we use, the 5th from the largest. And with the straight one, we use the 6th from the largest. Okay, so for the sake of the video, I've already cut out those two. Then you need 3 pieces of designer series paper. 2 of them are going to be exactly the same. These are measuring at 1.5 by 2 7/8. And then you need another one that's 3/4 by 1.5. Okay. And then whatever you're going to do your box with. So I did my box with Bermuda Bay, and this is going to measure at 2 7/8 by 1 1/4. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll do our box this time first. So let's get out our simple scorer, Okay. So you need this piece, which I'm using Bermuda Bay, to measure at 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 by 2 7/8. Okay. And we're going to score on the long side here, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. Let's hopefully I don't jump the track on this. And then we're going to score it at 2.5. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to score it at 3 1/8, which give me just a minute because I get, there we go. We're going to score it at 3 1/8. Then we need to score it at 3 5/8. So right there. And then we need to score it at 6 3/4. Right there. And then 7 1/4. Right there. I did not want to mess that up. I feel like this looks a little like my cardstock was not cut straight. You guys. I don't think my cardstock was cut fully straight, but you know what? We're gonna try this out. We're gonna try this out. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's cut on our score lines here. And again, we're going to do the little darts. Okay, and with this one, we're gonna cut this whole thing off like this. Because this is a tab, we're gonna cut this whole thing off. Okay. Okay. And I will say that this box was inspired by kitchentablestamper.com. This is inspired by that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my detailed trio punch. So I just wanted to make sure that I share that because I did not create this box. I did create this one. I did not create this one. So we're going to go ahead now, and then I have it all like that, and we're going to furnish in the score lines. Except for I think I cut my cardstock a little off a little bit on this side, but we're gonna try it and see if it works. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that, and then do that. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do is we're going to, oh, you know what? I forgot to do these ones. Hold on. All right, so we're going to tuck this in like that, and then we're going to bring this up like this. This is what we're going to do. Yeah, see, my box was a little short. I did have, it wasn't cut straight, my paper, but we can still use it, and that is what we're going to do. So we're going to bring this up over these two. So we want some adhesive on the inside here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in these little tabs here, and we're going to bring this up, and I'm going to kind of hold it like this on the side here. Now see this side right here, this is where my paper was a little short. You can't see it, but it doesn't, my paper doesn't go all the way to the edge, but that's okay. Apparently this video is about making mistakes today and fixing them. You know what? That's what you got to do. So we're all good. Look at it. Totally still worked. I love it. Okay. So now that we have this little flip box, we can go ahead and put our polar ice gum in there. So we're going to do that. Yay. All right. So now we need to decorate. So let's do that. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our 2 designer series papers on the front and the back of this box first. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to...
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh, Suri. She scared me. She's on my watch. Look at... No, Suri, we're fine. All right, so... I'm going to do that. Okay. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to wrap some of this ribbon around the box enough to just do, we're not going to do a full bow on this one. This one we're just going to tie like a knot. So we're just going to bring it over to the side. We're just going to tie it like this. And then we're going to tie another knot and trim it up. So with this one, we are not doing a bow. So let's go ahead and cut that a little bit. There we go. All right. So we are going to put our circle, our white circle flat onto our scallop black. We are going to pop up our scallop black though. And we're going to do that with our dimensionals. And we're just going to place that. Now you want that to be placed so that the tab can tuck, okay? And before we do that, let's go ahead and put our other little piece of designer series paper on the tab because I have this here. Now for the other two, I did not do a, why can I not speak right now? I didn't round the corners, but for the tab part, I do want to round the corners because I don't want this corner to be round and then this corner not to be round. So we're going to tuck that in to this little thing here. And it is a very small piece, so we're going to be very careful. I want to make sure I'm doing it on this side here. So I'm going to flip it over and push it in this way. Otherwise, I'm going to end up having the wrong side. And let's make sure that... Yeah, see, I didn't get that all the way in. Hold on. Hold on. I need my little poker tool. Where's my little poker tool? This is a tricky one because I'm getting it. There we go. There we go. That was tricky. All right, so now we're going to put our adhesive on the back of this. And then that way I have rounded corners like that. All right, so now when I put this on, I don't want to put this dimensional on top of my tab because I want it to be able to tuck. So we're just going to kind of put it like that. So then that way I can tuck this under and it stays closed. Okay, so we got that. Now we need to do our little thank you and we need to do our little bear. And we'll put the rest of it together. So let's get back out our Bermuda Bay. And we're just going to stamp the thank you in Bermuda Bay. And then we're going to do our bear, which is so cute because I love this bear. It's the baby bear. He's cute. And we're going to do that. All right. Now, there is a die for the baby bear. And we are going to use the die for the baby bear. Again, we're going to need some washi tape because I don't want it to slide. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's push this out of the way here. All right, so let's bring back our cut and emboss machine. Slide that in. And we're going to just run that through. All right. There's our little bear. Then with the thank you, we are literally going to take our scissors, and I'm actually going to grab my smaller scissors for this. We're just going to take our paper snips, and I'm literally going to go up by the U. I'm going to turn by the K, up by the K, across the thank you, back down, in by the Y, down, and then across. I'm literally just cutting that out. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and put dimensionals. We're gonna need some mini ones too because we need a mini one for this heart. So let's get that. And then let's get out our regular dimensionals for the bear. And then we'll do another one for the thank you. So let's peel all these off. Oops, get that guy off. All right, so what we're gonna do, let's bring this back over here. We're gonna put our bear right about kind of in the center right there. We're gonna do the thank you right at the bottom, and then we're gonna do the heart right up at the top, kind of angled. And then I do still need to, gotta give him some glitter. I mean, he's in the Arctic. He needs to look like he's got some Arctic on him. That did not make any sense. That's funny. Arctic. Listen to me. You know what I mean. He needs to like glister and like, you know, in the snow. He needs to be glittery. He's cute. All right. There you have it. There you have it. Here are my cool treats. Cool treats. Cool mints. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this Weekly Wednesday projects that we did. I will for sure see you next week for Weekly Wednesday. And if you are just now joining my YouTube channel, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. And if you are not a part of my newsletter where I have Stampin' Up news, I have my news, classes, events, different specials that I run, different specials that Stampin' Up runs. I would love for you to sign up for my newsletter. You can do that right by going to amandasinspirationstation.com. Okay. You guys have a great rest of your week. I hope you enjoy this catalog. Remember, if you do not have a current Stampin' Up demonstrator and you want one of those catalogs, please reach out to me. I would be more than happy to get you one. Okay. Thank you. Bye.